Okay, I'm reading on a newspaper article today, 24th of August 2024, in the Australian News saying, Unreciprocated, Princess of Wales, massive Prince Harry snub revealed. So there's kind of two snubs, one we knew about and one we potentially didn't know about. The first is that Harry didn't find out about Princess Catherine's cancer until the news broke publicly, which, well, ask the cards about that. And then, of course, him and Meghan put out that announcement that called her Kate, saying they wish Kate the best instead of Princess Catherine, when she's made it. They know very well that she wants to be called Catherine and not Kate, and they refuse to use her title. And then the third thing, now this is the new breaking news, is that apparently Harry and Meghan sent a private message of good wishes to Princess Catherine, and this is where the unreciprocated comes in, is that Princess Catherine did not even reply to that message from Prince Harry. So we'll do the shapeshifter oracle. How did Harry feel seeing Princess Catherine's cancer news in the media before they didn't get a full warning? This is my baby Harry card. This is Harry out in the wild, away from the royal family, cut off from the royal family. So he was feeling isolated. He was feeling a bit devastated. Remember, he and Catherine were really good friends at one stage. So I think it did make him feel. He realised just how far he's fallen in the graces of the royal family. This is the royal family here. This owl represents the royal family, and this is Harry here on the side, and you see he's holding this feather. He's just got scraps from the table of the royal family. He's feeling really on the outside. He's not part of the royal family anymore, and he gets the news when the rest of the world gets the news, which I think is quite right. I mean, he's revealed that he can't even keep confidences about his brother's private parts or his own loss of virginity. I think, he's proved himself by his actions. Harry has proved himself not to be trustworthy. So quite right. He's out on the outs. What did he think about the news? How did he feel about hearing, irrespective of how it was delivered? What did he think? How did he feel? Oh, yeah, that's the royal family. Oh, these cards are so clever. There's my late Queen Elizabeth and the royal family. I think he felt really homesick. He felt bad. He felt homesick. He felt that he needed to be back where he belonged in the royal family. He wanted to be there. He wanted to be in the middle of it. He wanted to be able to comfort Catherine in person, and it just made him feel even more estranged. Yeah, he really missed them at that moment. How else did Harry feel when he heard this news about Princess Catherine? Yep, the lone wolf out on his own. It says here, I will watch over you. I think he and Princess Catherine had a very good brother sister type of relationship where they joked a lot. They were fairly affectionate with each other, and he felt that he should really be there to help her through it, but he wasn't. So he felt quite a bit of sadness about that. What about the fact that, or the issue now that's arisen, that says he reached out to her privately and she ignored him? Oh, albino alligator, albino white. This is my white knight card. He wanted to be the white knight. He wanted to be the one that she turned to for comfort. But he knows that he's on the outside. So it made him feel small. It made him feel unworthy. It made him feel unloved. Yeah, he was unhappy that he didn't hear back from his private message to Princess Catherine. So let's bring Meghan into the picture. When this news broke in the news media, what did she think? Oh well, this is my Meghan playing make believe. This is what she thought the royal family would be like, or her version of the royal family with a plastic crown, um, and the fake unicorn. She felt that her and Harry should have been told. They are royalty, and they should have been told before the news broke publicly. Um, she's still in that card, just reading the energy, not saying anything for truth or fact. She's a bit delusional, and she feels that the royal family should have made an effort to reach out to them directly. So, what else about the announcement through the newspaper? It says, such a curious dream. This is the blonde hair, blue eyes, cosplaying Diana type of role. And what she dreamed royal life would be was nothing like it actually was. Um, Somehow she thought that even once her and Harry were outside of the bosom of the royal family, she thought that the royal family would still be hankering after them and clamoring for them to be part of them. Um, like when a naughty child, like a sort of 8 or 9 year old, runs away from home and they pack their bag and they leave in a pout and they say, I'm leaving home, and you say, oh, okay, bye, see you later. And some parents will run after them, or they expect the parents to run after them. That's what she thought it would be like. She thought that the royal family would not think they could live without the Harkles and the Markles, and the royal family would come running after them. That was what her dream was. But they didn't. So, what was the question? The next question was, um, how did she feel about Catherine being ill? Mortality, the death card. Uh, maybe she thought it meant that Catherine was not long for this world, or maybe she thought it meant that if the one person was no longer there, she could step up to the role. Yeah, the cards, the vibes are not very nice from this card, is all I can say. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Okay. How else did she feel? Um, Personally, how did the news of Catherine's illness affect her personally? Clock time. I don't know. I'm getting from this, well, it's about time that Meghan could step into a more senior role in the royal family. Let's just leave it at that. Now we're going to have a quick look at the shadows and light and see what the royal family, why did the royal family do this? Why did they announce publicly first? Um, says here, working too hard. They worked too hard to build up the reputation of the royal family, to have it torn down by people who are going to tell tales out of school. And so they wanted the announcement to be, this is Princess Catherine, even though she wasn't well, making a show of strength. And those angel wings are very, very interesting. But there's also light behind them. Yeah. So Princess Catherine, she decided that this was how she was going to tell the world, and she didn't want her message to be undermined. And if you look in the background of this card, um, there's the sort of the clockwork, the machinery of the royal family, as it were, supporting her. And they said to her, however you want to handle it, we will do it the way you want to handle it. Um, this card talks about ancient wisdom. And this lady here, she's feeling fragile. See the little egg there? The egg is cracked. Um, that might be the royal family with a castle. Oh, is that a dragon in the background there? I think that's a dragon. And fires. So it was a difficult time, but even though she was feeling fragile, she wanted to do it as a show of strength. And what about this now news report that, well, firstly, what did Princess Catherine think about the public support announcements that Harry and Meghan gave? The one that called her Kate. What did Princess Catherine think about that? Release your power. Um, this is Princess Catherine. This is her feeling strong. She's got good and right on her side, and in her view, they were trying to undermine her by calling her Kate, by making this weird public announcement. Well, it wasn't weird, but it was just there was just something a little off about it, and she wasn't going to let herself be rocked. She knew that there was going to be a public announcement similar to that, and she was not going to. She was going to stand firm. She was going to stand in her power and stand firm. So, what about these reports that Harry and Meghan made a private, reached out privately, and Princess Catherine, that private reaching out was unreciprocated? Can the cards tell us about that? Oh, which at the end of the world. So this is yes, they probably did reach out privately. This is Princess Catherine could see that however that private message was worded, that it came from Meghan, that Meghan decided what wording was going to be used, that there was some sinister element behind it, and we'll pull another couple of cards on this because this is very interesting energy. Princess Catherine was not fooled by the sentiment. She had other things to worry about, and she realized that the message was sent in a manipulative way. There was something manipulative about the message. What else about that message did Catherine feel? Oh, yeah. So Princess Catherine thought that the message was in a way trying to elevate Meghan, trying to let Meghan feel superior, trying to let Meghan shine. Yeah, Princess Catherine was not impressed. Put it that way. She was not impressed. And I don't know if it was the message itself or the circumstances surrounding it or what. So I'll read a couple more of the Goddess Dream cards. What do you think was going through Princess Catherine's mind when she got that private message? Self-exploration. Princess Catherine is secure enough in herself to know her value and her worth. She wouldn't let herself be shaken by a public or private message that came from Montecito. Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll do the underlying. Please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out this channel. So we'll do one more and then we'll do the underlying. Patience through darkness into light. And so Princess Catherine was going through a very dark time, especially when the cancer diagnosis was announced, and her focus was really on getting better. See the light at the end of the tunnel there? She was going through this dark time and she was focused on her health, her family, and didn't really have time or energy to worry about what might be going on from Montecito. And the underlying direction, where are you headed? So again, very similar to that card. Her focus and her goal was really on getting herself better for her family and those that have shown true care and concern for her, so that she could run wild, run free, be the same old Catherine that she used to be. And she was not under any circumstances going to let the negative energy from Harry and Meghan influence her or derail her. So yes, there may well have been a message of support that she did not reciprocate, or that she did not respond to. And if that is the case, then it was deliberate because she was focused on herself and her own health and getting better. And she knew that getting into an exchange with Harry and Meghan, which probably would later be made public, would not be helpful to her health or to her future. What do you all think? Do you think they reached out privately? Do you think if they did, that Kate ignored it? Kate, as they like to call her, Princess Catherine. What do you think happened? Let me know in the comments.